Hello, everybody. How are we today? How are we? Sketch. Oh no, it's Bart K Jr. Yes, it's Bart K Jr. Sorry, I'm not in the middle. That's weird. Let's go like that. There you go. Now I'm gonna be. Hello, Marisa. Hello, Martin. Hello, Sketch. Hello, Jason. Hi, Twisted. Salad Foco. What's up? And who else is here? DLTN, hi. Bianca, hello. New stuff happened. So on the last video, on the last live stream, Jason asked, are you gonna debate Eddie? I don't remember what I answered. I think something like tired of debates, don't feel like it right now. And then Eddie commented saying something like, let me actually find the screenshot because oh no, it's on my phone. Something like, you don't have the temerity to debate me, which I thought meant that we can debate. I actually didn't think that would be an option, to be honest, because I don't know, I haven't seen Eddie debating. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't seen debates on his channel. And I think Hair Cafe, Kevin, proposed a debate to him. Or maybe Kevin doesn't. I don't remember. Guys, listen, I'm a busy bee. I'm incredibly busy to remember like fucking internet drama. But the point is, for some reason, I thought it wasn't an option. But now, apparently it's an option. Huh, Jason? You asked me on the last video if I want to debate Eddie. Well, could be that we're gonna get a debate. I'm waiting for a proposition. I hope Eddie answers. Yeah. Hello, Rolando. How are you? Are you going to eat meat to prepare? I'm going to eat the meat of sweet potatoes. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, that's just what I had right now. I had like a little salad with a cucumber and a sweet potato, baked sweet potato cut in pieces, and then a little red onion, and I added some cornichons cut small into that, and then my special sauce, tomato sauce, which sounds terrible because what you think about is like pasta tomato sauce, but that's not what it is. It's just blended tomatoes with loads of garlic. Delicious as a salad sauce, especially since I started cutting again. So that's what we're doing right now. We're cutting again because I had some fun, and now it's time to pay for it. Anyways, Eddie is here with us. I did remember this person. I did find her here. I did find her here. I was looking for, but I didn't find her vegan era. It's not on this.
So I've been
Sorry. It's not on this page because this is the explant eater. And I went all the way back. Well, I first went to the, I didn't go all the way back, but I went to the name change place on, you can go to their like about account and see how many times the name was changed, and was 0, is my understanding, is what it is. So I have no idea and why she's showing this picture as a bad one even, but this is the person Eddie's, I think, reacting to. I don't think that's a conversation or something. So
doing the carnivore diet for about
let me know if you can hear them properly. Probably not so much. There you go.
4.5 or so years now. Today I wanted to talk about everything that changed when I started the carnivore diet. First of all, my autoimmune disorder, ulcerative colitis, went into remission naturally.
Yeah, I've talked about this quite a lot, right? Like with ulcerative colitis, we don't really know if anything does it. Like, if anything helps, we just know that it goes into remission sometimes, and then it flares up again, right? It has flares. So that's really unfortunate that Crohn and ulcerative colitis are just like work like that. You never fucking know what happens and why it happens, right? Like dietary changes, I don't know, as far as I know, seem meaningless. It just probably got correlated with a reduction in flare anyways.
That is the reason I have continued doing the carnivore diet to this day.
Well, that's silly because it could be that you could stop a carnivore diet today and not get a flare because ulcerative colitis flares up. And we have a decades-long case for this, don't we? What's his name? Vegetable police, ulcerative colitis. Keep jumping from one diet to another. Keep saying, oh, this put my ulcerative colitis into remission. The carnivore diet that time. And then, oh, I'm starting to feel bad again. And then he goes on a plant-based diet. And then, oh, plant-based diet cured my ulcerative colitis. And then, you know, another flare-up comes, or he gets a zit or something. Oh, I'm gonna change to raw, moldy carnivore type food situation, eating only stomachs of cows or something. And, you know, it's been a couple of more than a decade of vegetable police, just like yo-yo dieting here and there with ulcerative colitis, and keeps claiming every single time he goes on a new diet, he's like, oh, I feel the best on this diet. Maybe we should see what vegetable police is doing these days after we finished with Eddie, after I'm tired of reacting to him. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Jake?
I do not take medication for ulcerative colitis.
Well, that's stupid. That's taking all the hard work of scientists and just throwing out into the trash. Being alive in 2023. 2026. What's going on? Being alive in 2026 and then not taking the advantages of modern medicine. That's silly.
I never have.
That's even sillier. You never had never took ulcerative colitis medication? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Are you out of your goddamn mind is the question. That's why she's trying to cure it with some nature though, appeal to nature though. She always refused medication.
I always refused to accept that it was a genetic inevitability.
And this is where we are, right? This is what led her to this point. She is in denial that, I don't know if it's genetic or not, that she has ulcerative colitis. See, she's in denial that it flares up and then it goes down. Depends also on what degree of ulcerative colitis you have, I think. I know with Crohn's disease, it's like that. You have like degrees. Somebody could be like 90%. And those poor people, they just live in a state of flare-up until they just have their guts removed. Because it's so unbearable. And then there are people with lower amount where they can live with it, they can manage it with medication, you dumb fuck. But she's in a state of denial, so she chases this end of flare-up, and she's been on the carnivore diet, I think, for 2 years, so she probably has like a lower state of ulcerative colitis if it didn't flare up since then, right? Fuck knows, this is an anecdote. Who fucking knows what happened? But she could, if ulcerative colitis flares up again, I hope not. I hope she's, she doesn't, because it just looks and sounds like a lot of suffering. I met quite a few people with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. It's just like really miserable life. It really is. That's why I have a lot of empathy to carnivore dieters who they're just like seeking cure in a diet for whatever ails them, because sometimes that life is just, when you have like a chronic disease, that life is miserable as fuck. I have a lot of acute diseases. I have some chronic situations as well. So whenever I'm like really suffering with something, I can attest. It's really fucking hard. It's really fucking hard to deal with that shit. But the point is, sorry, tangents. The point is, if goddess forbid she has a flare up when she's on a carnivore diet, well, she move on to a different diet to chase another flare up, natural flare up reduction, right? So fucking, what are we doing here? Like, see you next time, I suppose. Why are we throwing veganism under the bus? God damn it, is the point. Britannic dictionary definition of temerity. Yeah, I had to Google it. Oh, this doesn't work anymore. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to open a. Is it going to be in bots? I think. What is it going to be? Oh, there you go. Raw logic. I think. No, that's not it. Now, where would I have that? Never mind. I'm just not gonna highlight today. Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna highlight the comments today. Sorry. Temerity is the quality of being confident and unafraid of danger or punishment, especially in a way that seems rude or foolish. Yeah, it's so I did have to Google it. I didn't understand the word, and it was kind of, you don't have the stupidity, basically. You're not on the peak of Dunning-Kruger effect to debate me, is what he's trying to say, I think. Or what he's trying to say is you're not confident enough to debate me, but it's temerity is foolishness, right? You do something like that out of foolishness, out of just not knowing how stupid you are, right? I don't think I'm that, right? But I don't know. Anyways, seemed like a taunt to me. I'm willing to accept. I'm waiting for a debate proposition. Let's go. Temerities. Temeridad. That's nice. Anyways, sorry guys, I'm less looking into the comments, but I do look in once in a while. If you really, really want my attention, just tag me and then I'll be able to.
And my autoimmune disorder went into remission naturally.
Well, yeah, flare-ups. Flare-ups happen and then they go down. That's what happens in ulcerative colitis, I'm afraid. It's a terrible, terrible disease. It's a terrible, terrible disease. But the fact that you are not taking your doctor's advice, you're not taking medicine, and you're just hopping from one diet to another, is not the animal's fault, is what I'm trying to say, I suppose. Hey, what's up, VG?
After I had been doing strict carnivore for a couple of months, maybe about 2 months. Second of all,
so for 2 months, she was waiting for flare-up to go down. For 2 months, she had to go, no, this is good. This is okay. This is gonna help, right? This is gonna help. 2 months? Do you think that's how dietary intervention works? Fuck no. Fuck no. That's not how dietary interventions work, especially when it comes to whatever, to immune disease or whatever, right? Or an elimination diet, right? A carnivore diet is an elimination diet, where like if there is such a food that like causes a flare up in ulcerative colitis in her, she's eliminating all of those foods and only goes for beef. So that's not how it works. It would not take 2 months for ulcerative colitis to go away. So in fact, from what she tells us, I think we could more reasonably deduce that meat is the thing that she should have eliminated, maybe. Maybe if there is any interaction between food and ulcerative colitis, which I'm not sure, I would have to read up on that a little bit, right? Because 2 months you're waiting for a remission, convincing yourself this is good, twisted in pain the entire time, by the way. And then the flare up just went away, as ulcerative colitis does. And now you're stuck in this carnivores cured my ulcerative colitis, whatever. Well, Jesus, again, just to say, I do have empathy. I hope not. I hope you don't get another flare up. But when you do, what the fuck are you gonna do? Are you gonna change your diet again? Jesus Christ, man.
I lost weight without even trying. I lost weight without wanting to.
That's a bad sign. Or not necessarily a good sign. One second, guys. I didn't want to lose weight, but I lost weight anyways. So I'll take that as a win somehow. Which is, when it comes to Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, is fucking scary because I'm not as familiar with ulcerative colitis, but with Crohn's, when you have like a big flare-up, eating is really fucking hard because it does like the food does like grind at your colon, and it's fucking painful every time you eat. You get punished for it, right? So losing weight while being mid flare up, that's terrible idea. That's terrible, maybe, potentially, right? I just want to be, I'm not a fucking doctor, I'm not fucking anybody, right? I don't want people to think that I'm like speaking with some kind of authority here. I'm just saying potentially, right? From the little that I do know about IBDs.
I lost 10 pounds after I did start the carnivore diet. Might have been a little bit of water weight, but
First of all, yeah.
I did notice I was eating the same amount of calories I was eating when I was previously vegan.
Most people don't really know how to count calories very well. Even most apps don't even really allow you to do that. Like, were you counting raw weight? Were you counting raw weight of meat? Or were you counting cooked weight of meat? Were you accounting for the percentage of fat? Right, because meat, when you cook it, it's our first video with Eddie, meat, when you cook it, it loses water, right? So it could be if you weighed it pre-cooking or something like that, right? Or post-cooking, and you put into chronometer or whatever, however you counted calories, the other one, right? You could be misunderstanding how many calories you're actually eating. And as you yourself said, water weight, yeah. Something that we know about ketogenic diets and upwards. What was she eating as a vegan? I don't know. I was looking for her some kind of a vegan something. But the only thing we've got is this picture in the beginning, which she's going to show again, of just her being her, just younger. I don't know why she maybe looked a little sadder or something. I don't know why she's putting that picture as like, oh my god, look at me, I'm hideous as a vegan. No, you look all right. You look fine. The lighting, and that's something I am a specialist in, I can say. As somebody who went through photography school and was like a consultant on before and after pictures in like research. The lighting was a little bit against her on that vegan picture, so it highlighted, something under the eyes. The lighting was a little bit off the side or something like that. But other than that, just look like younger you. That's it. So I don't know. Gotta be careful with chronometer. Yeah, I saw a piece of sorry, by the way, I just ate, so still rolling around. Never mind. Anyways, I saw a piece of anti-vegan propaganda where they really overstated the amount of protein in a steak because they took a cooked steak, a cooked food, right? Just literally went through chronometer. Which one gives us the most protein per gram? I think they did it, or I don't remember because nobody fucking measures per calorie, which is how you're supposed to measure it. And then compared it to raw tofu, which has the same amount of protein if you know how to measure those things, or even higher, because 80% means, for instance, I think it's the most prevalent means that people buy, right? 80% fat, I think it is. And tofu has more protein than that, than 80% means. So, propaganda, man.
Yet, I was not losing weight when I was vegan.
You didn't want to? So what's the problem? You didn't want to lose weight, so why are you complaining about it, dumbass? If you wanted to lose weight on a vegan diet, as I'm doing right now, I'm cutting calories right now as we speak. Easy to do. Just need to plan out your day of eating. Understand a little bit about food, right? Which food will give you higher volume and lower calories? Which food satisfies you specifically, maybe, right? You gotta be a little bit in tune with what's happening with you. And then presto, I'm on 1,200 calories right now. I mean, that's gonna be the end of my day. 1,200, 1,250 if I decide to take a piece of chocolate. Done. Yeah, VG says I've lost 6 kilograms since March. Yeah, doing it slowly is good. That's like 14 pounds, isn't it? 14 or 16, I don't know. So you didn't want to lose weight? So why are we complaining about not losing weight?
I was losing weight actively and continuously on the carnivore diet.
But you didn't want to. So that just sounds to me like a bad thing. Like if I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose weight. I want to stay the same weight. And then I go on a diet and it makes me lose weight. That just sounds like a bad thing. Hello, Liduli. How are you doing? Hello, and over the damn vegan. How are you doing? Libret.
In fact, what made me stop counting calories, which is a nasty habit I used to have.
I mean, yeah, it could be problematic if you have AD. Could be.
Was that continued weight loss. I
Which you didn't want, and just like, again,
finally just threw in the towel and I was like, screw it. Counting calories is not benefiting me. I don't.
Which is fine. There are other ways than to count calories. That's why most food has, hello, Badger. That's why most food has serving sizes, right, on it. Sometimes some people do it like intuitively. I think doing it intuitively after counting calories, when you're not doing it as a dumbass, when you're doing it as an actual intelligent person. Yeah, it's possible. I didn't count anything that I ate today. 2 days ago, I wrote down a plan, and then I know how to substitute stuff in that plan so that I'm, generally speaking, around 1,200, 1,300 calories. And that's enough. I don't like counting calories either, right? But I've done it for a period of time. And now I know which foods I can consume, which foods I can substitute in my plan. And presto.
I don't want to lose any more weight.
Should I repeat myself?
Did not need to lose weight, but that was.
Yeah? You didn't want to lose weight? You didn't need to lose weight? Yet you lost weight on this diet? It just sounds like stupid. And it took you about 2 months to actually go into remission, which is just the end of a flare-up, right? If Eddie debates, I wonder what proposition he'd defend. I'm waiting. I'm allowing him to take the time to write it out. if he asks for a proposition, I would have to think about it and actually go look more into his videos. And we are getting to his video. I'm just starting right here. We'll see what happens.
It's the second thing that happened.
Right, because I remembered this person. I remembered her from Instagram, and I found this video just by scrolling. That's how my Instagram algo works now. It's just shit. I'm just scrolling through shit, and there she goes. She pops up.
Third, and this is actually maybe a little bit more profound than the weight loss, my skin bounced back when I did stop being.
Here is the thing. I don't like judging people based on how they look. I don't. I hate it. I almost never do it. I try not to do it. I know I said that he's like really pale, but then I said same, right? I'm not saying it as a bad thing. Pale is good. Her skin looks like shit here. I don't know if you guys can see. Her skin look like absolutely fucking shit. And she's wearing shitload of makeup on top of it as well. So she's lying. In my opinion. Or she's delusional as fuck.
Vegan, I felt like I was starting to look like 40 years old.
You looked fine. You showed us the picture as a vegan. You looked fine. You looked like a nice young lady.
Skin was looking a little rough as I.
Now your skin looks rough. And again, I'm sorry. I don't mean to say this. I hope she doesn't see this, actually. Frankly, nobody sent this to her, whatever. I hope she doesn't see this. But her skin looks shitty. It looks all flared up. And I know a thing or two about shitty skin. I actually have a skin disorder. And it flares up often with all kinds of shit. It's gone now. But I had this like huge like psoriasis type thing right here. I'd say my skin looks better than I don't wear makeup. Yeah. I don't like wearing makeup either because of that. It just always felt to me like it does correlate with shitty skin. But I'm just like maybe I'm just being prejudiced, VG.
I did show in the before picture. I put.
Your before picture was fine. You looked great. Your skin wasn't with like red patchy rashes. I swear to God, she looks like shit here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You do. I hate doing this. I really hate it. But she brought it up and then she's lying to us. It's quite fucking obvious. She has like red blotches like right there.
In the beginning of this video, and my skin gained back a lot of elasticity.
That's just carnivore bullshit right there. Eating collagen doesn't give you elasticity. You can't gain elasticity from food. Collagen is not responsible for elasticity anyways.
It became clearer, it became more vibrant.
If by vibrant you mean blotchy with red patches, alright, I suppose. Yeah, makeup used to make my skin worse, but it's more on the feeling. Yeah, that's a sensory thing. Yeah, for me as well. I hate it. Sadly, if you're gonna go by appearance to debunk something, then promote something else, you draw attention to the appearance. Yeah, I really don't want to do this, but she's saying it.
I can now leave the house without makeup, where
bullshit. You're wearing makeup right now and you can't hide the blotchiness. What the actual fuck? Why is she lying to us? And throwing animals onto the bus? Bullshit. Hey, what's up, YouTubes?
Whereas before, when I was vegan, I felt like my complexion was not presentable to the world. So that has been a really nice.
I mean, I can't roll it back because it's fucking Instagram, can I? No. But when she picked up her head like that, you could see the fucking rash.
Change. I don't feel.
She's lying to us. Do you think we don't have eyes?
Like I need to wear makeup to leave the house. And my skin is also just much more even, much more clear.
Where?
Like, it looks nice with
The fuck it does? It's all red right there. I know carnivores pride themselves on looking like tomatoes, but you look like a unripe tomato because part of your skin is white and other parts of your skin are red, bro.
without
She's
me
lying to
having
us.
to put makeup on, and that was not the case before. My skin was super dull, super dry, prone to breakouts, had rosacea, eczema.
All the things that you can't cure with a diet, go on.
All of that has gone away. My skin is super hydrated now, super clear, super vibrant.
Yeah, that's some carnivore bullshit right there, and delusion, I think.
Okay, so number 4 is everything about my mental health and cognitive abilities improved. My
Come on. Come on. Oh shit.
mind became much clearer. I could think faster. I talk so much faster than
That's why, oh, I remember now. That's why I went looking for the previous vegan page. I don't know how to find it. I just did like reverse, like took the picture that she showed on the bottom and put it through Google Lens. But the only thing that showed up is the ugly fucking dress that maybe that's why she puts up that picture, because that dress, holy shit. Anyways, sorry. I'm becoming a meanie, I think. Anyways, but when she says that, I want to see the before. I want to compare because now I know you are either lying to us or delusional. I want to see the before.
I did when I was vegan. But most of all, I think the biggest benefit has been the mental clarity
The mental clarity. Come on, man.
and the consistent energy, which I guess would be the next category. I used to
If you didn't have a consistent energy on a plant-based diet, you were under eating. Or you have chronic issues like me. Like chronic sleep issues or whatever. I think she's lying.
crash so bad after my lunch break from work. I now
This is another carnivore trope. Get the fuck out. None of us fucking. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. You're lying. I don't crash at work when I eat. I eat and then I continue working. In fact, I eat while working. And then I run up and down the stairs at work. It doesn't even happen to me, and I have like sleeping disorders and shit. And I need to caffeinate myself to not fall asleep, which is a problem my entire life.
now have consistent energy throughout the day. Lastly, and I could keep talking about the benefits, but I'm going to
Sure, you can.
end it here. I no longer have any PMS.
So she doesn't mean she doesn't have sorry. This is where might be a dummy. What is PMS? Premenstrual syndrome. Physical and emotional symptoms. Oh, okay. Okay, so I was a dummy, but she doesn't have any PMS. Okay.
I don't even know when that time of the month is coming, other than
I mean, same. It's been a blessing my entire life.
keeping track.
Not my entire life. When I first got PMS, it was terrible. Shit. For the first 2 years, and then it just went away. Oh, could it be that I stayed on the same diet that I was and PMS just went away?
A bit on an app now. I have no cramps, no bloating. Life is good.
Maybe it's because you lost 10 pounds. Yeah, she's a liar. Now we know she's a liar when she's talking about her skin, thinking we can't see. We can't fucking see, man. We can. Because vegans eat their carrots. Our eyesight is great. Except, VG's eyes. Knew she's gonna go vegan at 18. So, you see, the light is harsh. It's outside, right? And it's not like sheltered. And so it shines from that. She looks maybe a little drunk. I don't know. This looks like, one of them ugly dresses that the brides make bridesmaids to wear. So she looks like maybe she had like a rough day the day before, but other than that, she looks great. Her skin looks great. I don't know what the problem is. She's wearing a different type of makeup. Cool. And the light is different. But other than that, you look fine. You look nice. So why the fuck are you lying to us, you fucking grifter? Speaking of, what are you selling us? Linktree. Let's go. What are you selling us? My website. Pre-order coming around to Carnivore. So she wrote a book. Go buy her book. She has a website. She's writing a book. I'm so sorry. She's writing a book. YouTube channel, TikTok. Free box human grade cat food. What? A code, another code, and another discount. Tallow-based skincare. Maybe you're allergic to tallow, cause holy shit, your face. Sorry. I am being mean. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop. Veganism wrecked her health. Healed ulcerative colitis. See you in a couple of years. Interview Sean Baker. So she sells stuff. All right. Okay, let's move on to Eddie. I hope Eddie can point out a few inconsistencies here. Let's check it out.
Right, Josie of the Ex-Plant Eater. Finally, you make an
Oh no, they are interviewing. Okay.
appearance on the channel, and also author of the upcoming book Coming Around to Carnivore. How
Oh, she's doing rounds on this.
are you doing today?
I'm really good. Happy to be here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm very glad to be talking.
Well, I'm afraid I made a mistake. She's probably gonna retell the story again, but that's okay. That's okay. Because we're gonna use Eddie's. We're gonna use Eddie's ad from last week to debunk Josie.
With you today. You featured in my book at the end of the book in the anecdotes chapter.
Is the sound okay, guys? By the way.
Your story detailed there, and once again, as alluded to, as referenced, you have a book coming out about your story on coming around to carnivore. I want to get some insight on that as well. But first, for people that
Let's speed them up. Actually, I think. Let me know if that's okay, because.
that don't know who you are.
Oh, let me also turn off the sound on Discord.
Tell us a little bit about what led you to carnivore, and how that's been working out for you. What that's done for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Jason.
So I come from a background of being vegan for 14 years. So I was the last person on earth who I would think would have ever started the carnivore diet. I became vegan at
I mean, I don't know. I have quite a few vegans in my chat right now who will never do it because they're ethically motivated. They're not trying to cure a disease.
At the age of 13. I was vegan from the age of 13 to about 27, 14 years in total. And I never felt very good, but I like to tell people, because I honestly think I was brainwashed into believing veganism was so healthy, that I was so healthy.
I mean, we caught you talking about it right there. Where's the video?
So
we caught a few lies right there. You definitely are lying to yourself when you're saying that you have better skin here than here.
but I put all of my health
And by the way, I have no problem to say I feel like shit all the time, all of my life. Sleeping disorders. There you go.
little health issues under the rug for years, which included skin issues, digestive issues, weight fluctuations, constant craving.
Yeah, you have a disease. Digestion issues. You have a disease in your fucking colon.
Long story short, it all came to a head at year 10 of me being vegan. I came down with ulcerative colitis. I had two.
What do you mean came down with it? You got diagnosed with it. You didn't come down with it. Is she gonna make it a claim that plant-based diet gave her ulcerative colitis? I hope not.
2 really bad flares, the second of which resulted in my diagnosis, and it
Wait, sorry, I lost.
Long story short, it all came to a head at year 10 of me being vegan. I came down with ulcerative colitis. I had 2 really bad flares, the second of which resulted in my diagnosis, and it also results in I could have potentially lost my life. It was so bad. And
yet you didn't take medicine. Are you out of your goddamn fucking mind? This is the person we're dealing with. You didn't take medicine? Doctors were like, you almost lost your life. We have medicine. We can do stuff. No, thank you.
Wow.
weirdly enough, I still stayed vegan after this. I stayed vegan for 4 years. I tried to stick it out and eliminate as many inflammatory foods.
She is making the claim that the plant-based diet gave her ulcerative colitis. Get bent. Provide evidence. Maybe you should have taken the fucking medication, dumbass. Maybe you would have spared all the animals that you are now devouring.
Foods from my diet as I could identify. And some things did help. One of the ingredients that I really think affected my autoimmune disorder was carrageenan, which was in some of the foods I was eating. And that is an ingredient that has been known to cause colitis in rats. I talk about it in my
Carrageenan? Is she saying carrageenan caused ulcerative colitis?
which was in some of the foods I was eating. And that is an ingredient that has been known to cause colitis in rats.
She is making the claim. She is making the claim. Let's go to Google Scholar. Ulcerative colitis, carrageenan. When you don't even know how to say it. Sorry. And I don't know how to spell it, so it's all good. So what you could have done is just, if it's true, right, before we even go look, what she could have done is just avoided food with carrageenan. Fucking grifters. Fucking grifters, man. Okay. Wait, first of all, what are we talking about? Randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, how many people? Materials, methods, how many people? N equals 15, that's not that much. It's 5 plus 7, that's not great. That's not great. 12 patients, complete study questionnaire, 3 patients who received carrageenan containing capsules relapsed, and none of the patients who received placebo containing capsules relapsed. The groups are so tiny that I don't know if we can conclude anything from that. But it could be that carrageenan actually triggers ulcerative colitis flare-ups, right? It doesn't cause it. It's just like, those people had ulcerative colitis already. Laboratory tests showed increase in this thing and fecal this thing. Between the beginning and the end study, participation on the carrageenan exposed, but not in the placebo group. So it's tiny. I don't know if we can conclude from this. Let's see if there is more. Carrageenan is a potential factor of inflammatory bowel disease. Let's see, carrageenan is widely used. What are the methods here? So this is like a literature review, I think, something like that. The mechanism is based on there's some mechanisms. Can't trust that much. The result is damage to this is mechanisms. Well, let's read a little bit more so I'm not like accused of not reading enough. Carrageenan can be used to create edible films, blah blah blah. That's true. Carrageenan is naturally occurring depending on the type of carrageenan used regulating blah blah blah. On the other hand, the studies have demonstrated the harmlessness of carrageenan in animal and human models. Okay, so I don't know why we're lumping those together. I suppose maybe they support each other, indicating a direct link between diet and intestinal inflammatory states. Carrageenan changed the intestinal microflora, blah, 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 degraded the mucous barrier. Well, that's a mechanism, that's an animal. causing an inflammation reaction. It directly affects epithelial cells. The mechanism is based on activation. That's mechanism. Carrageenan increases the blah, blah, blah. That's again mechanism. The number of short-chain fatty acids produce. The results is damage in the integrity. This is all mechanisms. The group most exposed to the harmful effects of carrageenan are people suffering from intestinal inflammation, including Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. So it doesn't cause those. It potentially exacerbates it, although I would like to see the human data, to be honest, because animal models are absolutely worthless, because we are not rats. Why are we still torturing rats for this kind of stuff? I'm not sure. So the human, where's the human health outcome data? Where is the human? Where are the humans? The therapeutic potential of marine polysaccharides. Okay, so doesn't matter. Why am I going into this? You could have avoided carrageenan and kept not abusing animals.
As I talk about in my book. But ultimately, I would always
I talk about it in my book.
end up with,
I mean, excuse me, ma'am, with all due respect, but all the carnivore dieters write in their books. What credentials do you have to write a book about a nutritional claim? You didn't even go through treatment. You could have gone through treatment, avoided carrageenan, which is probably easy to do because carrageenan is kind of expensive. Yeah, carrageenan, it's derived from seaweed. It's a polysaccharide derived from seaweed.
so
It's like it's similar to agar, but it's, I think, less rubbery and more gelatinous type situation. But they do make films out of it. Some pills have carrageenan in it, I suppose. Not pills, but capsules. All the supplements that I've ever bought in a capsule, they have hemicellulose and not carrageenan, so I'm not sure.
severe digestive issues again, debilitating
But I have eaten stuff with carrageenan in it, so.
digestive issues. So finally,
So, okay. I hope Eddie does it. I hope Eddie does the troubleshooting, right? Because
My digestion is still just off. Okay.
on a carnivore diet,
Sorry to hear that. What are you eating most often? Mostly leaner cuts of meat? Steak? Okay. Have you ever tried fattier cuts? How do you do with those?
Eddie, I hope you're gonna troubleshoot Josie's previous diet and tell her that she could have cut some things out. Huh?
after 4 years of this, I hit a breaking point and I decided to stop being vegan. And I did it in the most benign way, if that's the right word, I could have possibly thought of doing it, which was just including bone broth in my diet. My health started to improve immediately.
Call bullshit. I call bullshit because you told us in the previous video that it took 2 months for you to feel better. You are trying really hard to defend your ideology. I don't know if I would call it ideology. I have an ethical stance. I have no qualms with several permutations of plant-based diets. In fact, I could have written her plant-based diet, just remove carrageenan, right? Everyone has different immune biology, sure. That doesn't mean that there aren't permutation of plant-based diets that would adhere to the differences in biologies. And as she has, right, I'm like listening to her. I'm not even defending my ideology right now. We're not even talking about ethics at all. I'm listening to her and I'm pointing out with her words what she could have done and she didn't. If I eat something that makes me ill, you should remove it, yeah? No, you could just remove it. You could go to an allergologist and check if you're allergic to that thing. I didn't call anybody lazy. I did call her a liar because I caught her on a lie. And I'm specifically, again, using her words. She said carrageenan was making her ulcerative colitis. Well, she said it caused it. Well, she could have just removed carrageenan and maybe increased some other stuff, but she refused taking pills for her ulcerative colitis, which tells me personally, maybe I'm wrong, right? I'm kind of assuming here that she never took supplements either. So she was feeling shitty. She has ulcerative colitis. She had a couple of flare-ups. She knew which food she should eliminate, but instead, she bought bone broth. And then there is a discrepancy between this video and previous video that we watched, Trent, that when you weren't here, where she said that it took her 2 months to put herself in remission. And now she claims it's immediate. That's not how things work.
So I knew I was on the right track. And my brother, maybe a month or two after I stopped being vegan, mentioned Michaela Peterson to me because he
Bro. Oh yeah, before that, you and your brother never talked about carnivore diets, have you? Your brother never mentioned it before this moment, 2 months after you stopped being vegan. Jesus Christ.
knew I had an autoimmune disorder, and he was like, Michaela Peterson only eats lamb because
Well, now she eats all kinds of shit. Now Michaela Peterson is no longer carnivore. So maybe we can stop idolizing her, huh? Yeah, avoiding carrageenan is easy as fuck. Just avoid processed food and go whole food plant-based. There you go. I mean, you can even have some junk food, I'm sure. I don't know, maybe it's here, maybe it's local, that carrageenan is not... It's in specific junk foods. I'll give you that. It's in all the emulsified stuff that you put in cakes and stuff. Just stop eating cakes. I don't barely eat cakes, ever.
she has a host of autoimmune issues. So he wasn't, I don't think he realized that he was like opening my mind up to that possibility
Bullshit.
of like potentially doing the carnivore diet. But at the time,
Because you bought bone broth out of nowhere? That's just like crunchiest shit I've ever heard. Bone broth.
I just was like, oh, good for her. Like I was open-minded.
And look at Eddie. He's like not like trying to troubleshoot her plant-based diet. Eddie, what happened? You could have troubleshooted her plant-based diet. You could have said, well, since you know that carrageenan increases inflammation in ulcerative colitis and increases the flare-ups, you could have just dropped carrageenan. What do you think? We don't do that, Eddie. We don't do that for a plant-based diet. We just do that for carnivore diets.
Enough not to scoff at it like some people, but I was also leading an omnivore diet at the time, so I was not interested. But then I would say maybe a month or so later, I found Bella, the steak and butter gal, and
the circle has closed. She found Bella, the steak and butter gal. She looked into her link tree. She saw how that grifter operates, and she said, I also want to operate like that.
opened me up to the possibility of, oh, well, maybe this can be better.
Yeah, opened you up to all of selling bullshit and throwing animals under the bus.
Very healthy. I also found all the carnivore doctors at that time. So
she fell into the pipeline. And I bet whoever suggested her bone broth, that's her entry point into the pipeline.
My autoimmune disorder.
Because who the fuck drinks bone broth who's not on I'm going to be carnivore one day? Who the fuck does that? Homesteaders and carnivore dieters drink bone broth. An animal is not someone? They sure the fuck are. They're not objects. Do you think they're objects? She doesn't seem like suicidal. I'm thriving as much as I can with my diseases on a plant-based diet, right? So I'm glad to hear. No, I think they are animals. Yeah, animals. So are we, right? We are part of kingdom Animalia. We have that in common with non-human animals. We're part of kingdom Animalia, part of chordata, mammalians. So if animals are things or not someone, or are you basing your decision to make this separation on, there's this game, what's the name of that child game where it's like name, I think city, name, animal, object, something like that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There is a game that makes that separation where you have to name, there's a letter and then you have to name any of those categories in that letter. Please somebody say you know what I'm talking about. So if you make like that separation based on a child's game, sure, but biologically speaking, we are animals. So saying that a human animal is a someone, but a sentient non-human animal is not a someone, you would need to show us a justification for that, right? Animal, vegetable, mineral, maybe something similar. It was called something else though. But yeah, maybe that's the game.
Disorder had improved, I would say 70 to 80%. I really wasn't experiencing.
Wait. I
found Bella, the steak and butter gal, and that opened me up to the possibility of, oh.
Eddie's like, yeah. Well, maybe Eddie, you should have met her back then and troubleshooted her plant-based diet, right? Oh, omnivorous diet, whatever. We are humans. Yeah. So are humans mammals? Trent, are humans mammals? I didn't say there is no difference. There are plenty of differences. I'm just saying humans are animals, right? So when you say animals are not a someone, you're going to have to show the distinction there, why you're making it, right? So humans are mammals, yes? I don't know if I should wait for you to answer. It's just such a simple question, right? We are part of Kingdom Animalia. Should I open my site? It's been a while. It's been a while since I used my site. Humans are animals. I think something like that. Right? So we have a taxonomy of a human being right there. So species, sapiens, right? That's the difference between us and most animals. Genus, Homo. Family, Hominidae. Order, primates. And then class, Mammalia, yeah? Phylum, Chordata. And kingdom, Animalia. Also, you all called me a liar when I said farmers are forced to kill hundreds of deer and rodents in row crop fields. So I posted a video on my page. I don't remember your name. Are you coming in here with a different account after I banned you already? Did I ban you? For being very nice, I'm sure. And you're coming in with a different account. Oh, I don't remember you at all. So I apologize, I don't remember you at all. But did we call you a liar for claiming why it's not working? I really would like to have... did we call you a liar that farmers who are not vegan killing animals for crops? Nah. Oh, we had a Discord debate. I called you a liar for that? I don't remember you. I don't remember you at all. I think you changed your name or something. I think you are lying to me. Does somebody remember Trent here? Or Trenton, whatever. Like, all I said is, that's not on vegans. That shit is not on vegans. Blaming vegans for crop deaths? It's like the biggest form of gaslighting. It's your fault. It's the fault of the meat eaters that crop deaths occur. Not only do more crop deaths occur when harvesting hay for your grass-fed beef. I have not changed my user, and then I don't remember you, you're not memorable to me. Not only do more animals die while harvesting hay, not only could we reduce crop deaths by a generous amount by stopping breeding, exploiting, often torturing and slaughtering animals for unnecessary food, specifically by 43% of crops. We could have reduced that, and God knows how much hay. We would also put our crop production into the hands of veganic farmers who don't kill animals. They find a way. There is a way. Hey, what's up, Dawn? They find a way on how to grow crops without killing animals. But you know what they can't do? Feed the world, 8 billion people, and trillions of animals per year. They can't. Now you are fucking joking me. Now you are joking me. Now you're joking. Where would I put it? Oh, there you go. So this is crop production, right?
Y'all ever wonder what it feel like to get run over by a damn old combine?
I'm going to reduce the sound of that a little bit. That's crops. Can't even fucking kill a human being, just goes over him. Nothing happens to a human being, but somehow miraculously kills all the animals.
Damn! I guess I just had to keep looking for that rug.
That's that. And that
Have you ever wondered how
is a harvesting machine. Oh,
Gobble
hey,
the grass
harvesting.
up at the front with whichever header you want to put on. This is a maize header, so it's got
Let's take a look at those
discs
blades.
that pull the maize together. And
Oh, look how high off the floor they are. Look at that. That is so fucking high off the floor. An entire fucking inch. Go fuck yourself, Trent. I hope I pummeled you in that fucking debate. Dumbass. All right, let's continue.
Oh, well, maybe this can be very healthy. I also found all the carnivore doctors at that time. So
You say she went into the pipeline. Hook, line, and sinker.
my autoimmune disorder had improved, I would say 70 to 80%. I really wasn't experiencing severe digestive issues anymore, but I really wanted to see.
Wait, digestive issues. This just sounds like something we need to listen to, right? Wait, why isn't it opening?
The Lone Star tick has become
That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to open again. I guess I opened it already, but... Eddie, why aren't we troubleshooting?
my digestion is still just off.
Digestion is off on the carnivore diet, yet you are here, Eddie, not nodding, but
Okay.
troubleshooting.
Sorry to hear that. What are you eating most often? Mostly leaner cuts of meat? Steak? Okay. Have you ever tried fattier cuts? How do you do with those? Anytime that I've done so, I do feel slightly better, I think. So you think maybe I'm just eating too lean? That is a very useful clue.
Why are you nodding, Eddie? Why you just go like that and not asking, well, have you tried changing, specifically removing carrageenan from your diet?
see if carnivore could get me the rest of the way there. So I did start a strict carnivore diet about
animals are objects, so are people. Cobb. Oh, yeah. You were fantastic. I don't remember you answering my question, Cobb. If animals are objects and humans are objects, is it okay for me to slaughter you for burgers right now? I just want to know your stance on that. And I'm not gonna move on until I hear it. I don't know why you care about what way of eating kills the most when you say both are, like, all of us are objects. Go on, Cobb, don't be quiet. Is it okay for me to slaughter you right now for burgers? Since you're an object. And I'm an object, so I don't have any moral qualms, right? All right, Liduli, I'm gonna let you have fun.
8 months after I stopped being vegan. And that got me into full remission from all of my digestive issues into remission. And it wasn't only my digestive issues, it was everything else about my health and my quality of life that improved, such as my mental health, my mental clarity.
I mean, we should troubleshoot this, right? We should troubleshoot her previous diet. We should troubleshoot why the fuck she didn't take medicine for ulcerative colitis, a horrific disease. And why she's treating a natural flare-up remission as like, oh my god, the carnivore diet saved me. And why, by the sound of this, for 14 years, she felt like shit and done nothing about it. Her words, not mine. No, it's just a very basic question. Every species on the planet has a diet. So, Cobb, I ask you a question, and I really don't enjoy when people just ignore my questions. If you're an object, as you stated, can I slaughter you right now for burgers? I don't care about my species-appropriate diet. I'm gonna take the L on species-appropriate diet. I'm gonna eat species-inappropriate diet. Can I slaughter you right now for burgers? Yes or no? Gosh, I hope you're gonna say no. I hope self-preservation kicks in a little bit.
My skin became more vibrant and I stopped getting breakouts very, very frequently.
Your skin looks like shit, man. Liar.
Skin became a lot more clear. I had more energy, and the list goes on. My hair became thicker. My nails started growing faster.
Somebody stop me to talk about my hair and nails again, because holy shit.
You know, it was really a lifesaver.
I look at him like, you didn't want to troubleshoot her plant-based diet, Eddie?
It was honestly kind of a miracle, the way that carnivore improved my life.
And other people apparently do really poorly on a carnivore diet. They have digestive issues. I have a list of all the 4 cringe ads that he made. Some people are tired on a carnivore diet. Yeah, she made the claim. She made the claim that she felt an increase in energy on a carnivore diet, right?
Eddie, look, my energy is terrible, even though I'm strict carnivore.
Okay, how much are you eating?
So I guess some carnivores, they just experience terrible energy and they should increase calories. But we're not gonna troubleshoot her previous diet for this? You're just gonna sit there and smile and nod, Eddie?
Wow, yeah, that's definitely great to hear. I'm astonished actually that you were.
Maybe it's happening. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe he's gonna troubleshoot her previous diet. Let's see what happens.
Vegan for 14 years, because some people quit, I mean, within just a matter of a few years. I mean, some people don't even get past the 2-year mark.
Sure, some people are gaslit back into the omnivorous population. Some people are on a stupid permutation of a diet, don't supplement, go on a fruitarian diet. That's what Eddie's basing his understanding of a plant-based diet, what he calls veganism. He's basing it on the fruitarian cult in Taiwan, in Thailand, right? That's what he's basing it on. Was it first of all? Wait, I'm trying to read your statement right there, Trent. First of all, dude was dumb as fuck. I don't know who that is. Secondly, you call out anecdotal statement all the time as if they are bullshit. Yeah, they're not necessarily bullshit. They're just incredibly hard to parse whether they're true or not because of confounders that cannot be taken into evidence. They can be taken into evidence with a huge grain of salt, and other evidence should be looked for. But on Damas lays down and lets a combine. Well, that just shows, you can see, I can just Google combine, right? And we can look at the images of combines, and you can see how high they are off the ground. I don't need to take one, dumbass. That's a combine. That's a harvester. That's a hay harvester, right? And a lot of them are together in one thing right now. But look at that. That's a combine. Look at the blades of that. And look at that. That's a... Oh, no, this one. Where is it? This one. That's a hay harvester. And it cuts right on the ground, right there. No, that's a hay harvester. It could be combining at the same time. It could be gathering crops as well. But the thing that cuts close to the ground, and if you are not a biased dumbass, you would understand that because the edible food is on top of the plant. And the feed, right? They want to get the entire stalk, right? So I didn't even need to see this. You can't make the claim that the combine cuts really close to the ground for the crop that is on top, but for cutting hay, oh, it's 3 inches off the ground. No, look, it's cutting real close. There is no harvester that runs on ground level. That must be, that's just the guide. I don't know what you're saying there, Tone, but that's okay. Right? So a lot of them do both at the same time, but they gather our food on top, and then it cuts off the grass, the hay, real close to the ground, with like huge fucking blades. So stop gaslighting us, Trent. Stop gaslighting us. Like, we're not stupid. We know how a plant works. We know that the edible food is on top. Don't police me. Funny.
But you stuck with it. Now, I think part of the reason why you did that, correct me if I'm wrong, I sort of want to get your insight on this. From my understanding, you went through multiple different variations of veganism as well in terms of the diet makeup. So you did different variations of vegan diets. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that a bit, because
Well, thank you for asking a really good question, Eddie.
I think that's also important. I mean, and also why you did such a thing, why you were switching things up.
So ultimately, I kept switching the way I was doing veganism to see if it would help with my cravings and my weight, because I was never overweight while I was vegan, but it was very hard for me to manage my weight because
Whoa. We caught her on another lie. Because here, she said she wasn't trying to lose her weight when she went on a carnivore diet. That means when she was a vegan, she was fine with her diet, with her weight. And now, she says she struggled with her weight. Liar.
always
oh, you're wrong. Oh, cry me a river. I just proved you wrong. So you can call me all the fucking words you want, but I'm at least not a dumbass who thinks that hay harvesting is gonna cut off higher than the crop harvesting. Dumbass.
Always could have eaten more. I switched. So I started out veganism. I didn't have a lot of resources. I was 13. My parents were not interested whatsoever.
And that's a tragedy, by the way. I have met a vegan who was in a similar situation where her mother was really unsupportive, was basically go child, fend for yourself when it comes to veganism. And that was like really shitty to see. And I hope that girl, who's now a young woman, probably, I hope she did okay anyways. I hope she had enough conviction to like make it work, or maybe her mother, I don't know, turned on her fucking motherly instinct and actually fed her fucking child the things that she wants to eat. I don't know. But she was really shitty to her. So I know parents can be shitty to their vegan children. So, and that's tragic as fuck.
I started doing like the standard.
It's both, you dumbass. It's both. You see this gathers crops, and then it the other part cuts to the fucking hay. The hay is the thing that cut closest to the ground. And if you continue crying about it, address this. Address how you think that human food that is usually on top, you think harms animals, whereas these blades, these sharp as fuck blades, close to the floor, don't. Or tell me, oh, you think farmers just harvest really, like cut hay really high off the ground and just let that food that feeds just like would die? No, they cut it the closest to the ground they can, you dumbass. You gaslighting me. You gaslighting me. Address the thing that I actually said. How you think that human food is on top is cut down closer to the ground than hay. Answer that, dumbass.
American diet with just replacing meat substitutes. I mean, I can say I did improve my diet on my own a little.
Wait, I need to go back.
My parents were not interested whatsoever. I started doing like the standard American diet with just replacing meat substitutes. I mean, I can say I did improve my diet on my own a little bit at that point as well, because I remember I did take out soda and like really sugary processed foods. But I did it like that. I originally just switched out meat for meat substitutes.
What meat substitute existed, by my count, 16 years ago now?
Then as the years went on, I got into YouTube.
Tone, this dumbass thinks he knows more than an ex-farmer. School him, Tone.
That did the raw food diet and fruitarianism. You might be familiar with maybe Freely and Durian Rider.
Here we are. We have arrived. So when she was 13, her parents were basically go fend for yourself. So she started removing a bunch of stuff like soda out of her food, removing a huge source of calories by removing soda. Not that I'm saying that soda is good for you, but it's calories at least, right? And then she went on a fruitarian diet. Why? Why not just do a sensible diet, even with fucking soda, right? Just to have enough calories. Well, because she was a child. That's why.
And there were a host of.
You're a farmer and you're gonna gaslight me into thinking that crops on top are cut closer to the ground than hay. Go fuck yourself.
Other people as well back then that I don't even.
Wait, are you the soy guy? What was the name of the soy guy, Tone? Do you remember? Are you the soy guy? You're like, I disagree. Soy is this thing. Are you that guy? Yeah, he's bullshitting us. He's bullshitting us. Yeah, the guy who doesn't feed his chickens with seed, yet he claims that crop deaths for crops is higher than his chickens just eating all the bugs, huh? Oh, I'm tired of you.
And
Just another.
make
Just fucking farmers come in and fucking gaslight us. Why should we trust you, you dumbass? Why should we trust you with anything? This is literally what you make your money from. Right? And if I win, you're gonna stop making your money from feed.
content anymore that I was following. So at that point, I became interested in raw foodism and fruitarianism. Freely, a couple of years later, started the raw till 4 diet. I tried that. And ultimately,
Didn't he bite some bullets? All of them merged together, to be honest, Liduli. I don't remember anymore.
I had severe cravings. In fact, when I was doing
Shit, I wasn't listening.
them and fruitarianism,
Going to a dumb diet, because she went vegan as a child without the support of her parents.
freely, a couple of years later, started the raw till 4 diet. I tried
Raw till 4. This is the same fucking story. This is the same fucking story that Eddie is incredibly familiar with, because he thinks that's what veganism is. He's not familiar with me. Well, now he is. Hi, Eddie. He's not familiar with vegan gays, who's been vegan for 12 years and been doing a sensible junk food diet. He's not familiar with people in my chat. People in my chat, light up. Tell me how long have you been vegan. Let's go. She's a fat diet type, yeah. Like vegetable police. Like exactly the same fucking story. In a couple of years, she's gonna cycle back. 6.5 years, 11 years for Jason, 9 years for Soy Daddy, 15 years for Twisted. On good looking pizza, hell yeah. Garnish, please. Garnish, please. We have a crime that's been committed in my Discord server. Marcos has been vegan for 15 years. Fabiku, 7 years. Tadotto, hello, 6.5 years. Salad for Girl, 3.3 as well. Salad for Girl. According to Eddie, you're almost done. You have nothing to look forward. 4, the LTN, that's nothing to scoff for. It's really good progress. 6 years in 2 weeks for Brett. We averted expectations. How did we do it? By eating a sensible diet and taking a multi or taking a supplement. Bianca says, I wish I went vegan sooner. There you go. So we are somehow able to do this and not collapse and not die and not go stupidly running after the stupidest permutations of this diet, the fruitarian, the raw till 4, the breatharian. Yeah, I know, I saw Bianca.
tried that. And ultimately,
Oh, maybe I didn't read it out. 5 years is very good.
I had severe cravings. In fact, when I was doing a fruitarian diet, I remember
She never said why she went vegan, did she? She had cravings.
my cravings were at their worst. And I think I did notice
Oh, cravings. I'm so sorry. I forgot that's what I'm doing. Cravings. Eddie.
I keep getting cravings at night.
Okay. When do you eat your first real meal? Usually around 4 p.m.? Okay. And what happens if you eat earlier? Every time that I've done it, the cravings are way less. So do you think I'm waiting too long to eat? That's what I would personally think as well.
Eddie. Why aren't you troubleshooting her previous diet for cravings? Why are you just nodding along?
weight gain from it, like I've heard other people say that they have.
Look! It's 1-to-1. So this happens on the carnivore diet as well. And then Eddie comes in and tells them, eat sooner or eat later or whatever the fuck, and the cravings go away. So, Eddie, are you gonna ask her what her eating timing was? Are you gonna ask her if she ate enough fat? She's been fruitarian and a fucking raw till 4. I highly doubt it. Are you gonna ask her if she ate enough protein? No? You're just gonna sit here and nod? Hypocrite at this point.
probably because it was so carb heavy. So that clearly wasn't going to work. When I
Then don't go carb heavy. Yesterday I ate 100 grams of protein on 1200 calories. Look at that. Jesus Christ, man.
did, I would say around when I did meet my fiance, which was, I mean, at this point, 10 years ago, but when I did meet him, he was interested in working out. Him and his brother were both like really into health and working out. So he kind of convinced me to start eating a higher protein diet, which still was vegan. But I remember when I did
Finally, somebody with some sensibility in this story.
add more protein back into my diet and I switched back over to like more cooked foods, I had less
These people are infuriating.
cravings and I was feeling a little bit better and my skin
Don't do that, young.
actually did improve a little bit, but all of that ultimately did not result in health because I ended up still getting ulcerative colitis. So I might have been a little
What do you mean you still got ulcerative colitis is not a thing that is caused by a fucking diet? Or at least by permutation of a diet, it could have like specific flare-ups, but it's a fucking... It's still because she doesn't believe that it's a genetic illness, right? You were always gonna get an ulcerative colitis. I'm sorry to tell you. You could not have avoided that. I'm sorry to say. I wish it wasn't that way. I wish I could avoid hyperlaxity. Alas, I wish I could avoid deeply genetic sleeping disorders that I have. Alas, all I can do is manage them poorly. What the fuck is wrong with her? Holy fuck, man. More grams of protein per calorie than beans, sure, but the volume is too big to eat that much. That's a bad idea. Get some tofu, man. What are you doing? I mean, do what you want, right? As long as you're not gonna become an ex-vegan, and at 66, after you've been vegan for 45 years, thank you for adding to the roster. I appreciate that. I guess, maybe, but I wouldn't consider broccoli as a high source of protein because you can eat an entire head and that would be what, like 5 grams of protein? That's not great. You do need to consider volume when it comes to that. So yeah, I don't know if I would, you know, just even for the sake of optics, I wouldn't run around saying that broccoli is a source of protein. It really isn't. I eat loads of chickpeas and tahini. Yeah, okay, that's better sources of protein, definitely.
a little bit more satisfied and it might have been a little bit easier to manage, but I still got ulcerative colitis.
Right. What were the cravings for specifically?
Eddie, you just gonna let it go? You're a smart guy. You're just gonna let it go? You're just gonna let her claim that ulcerative colitis was caused by her diet? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Maybe that should be your fucking debate proposition. Holy shit, man.
Specifically.
I'd want to say meat, but it was really just for anything. Like I always wanted
Are you out of your mind? You were talking about cravings during your fruitarian and raw till 4 diet, which are notoriously low in calories and maybe not low in calories, depending on how many fruits you can swallow or whatever, but low in both fat and protein. I would be craving meat if I was on a fruitarian diet, and I fucking love fruit. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Oh, hello, Dinkono, by the way. I saw you, but I didn't say hi.
To just eat more food. But I would say, yeah, to a degree.
Maybe eat different food? You yourself said that only when you met your fiance did he tell you to actually add fucking protein to your diet. It's just like going through life completely unintelligent, going from one fat diet to another, refusing treatment. Maybe Eddie's gonna ask her about supplements, but I bet avoiding supplements if she said no to ulcerative colitis medicine. And then these people throw animals under the bus by saying veganism did ulcerative colitis to me. The fuck it did. Correlation doesn't mean causation. You were vegan for 14 years. And with so many, like, ulcerative colitis is fucking genetic disease. You're always gonna get it. Hey, hello, Michael.
They were for me. Like, I remember I used to crave chicken nuggets a lot, like vegan chicken nuggets and carbs. And I feel like that's just because my blood sugar all day was like going haywire.
Oh, I feel like this. Bro, get the fuck out. By the way, I'm also a carnivore. If I wasn't lifting weights, I would, in fact, most of my life, I ate shitload of carbs. I love carbs. It's my preference to eat just carbs. That's all I want. I want the carbs. I am adding protein, quite a lot of protein to my diet though. Whom are you calling your fucking beaver? Don't speak like that about animals. Don't taint them with resemblance to humans. Ew. I have broccoli, lentils, and sweet potato in my curries. Yeah, that's fantastic stuff. TVP, love TVP. Ate like 75 grams of TVP and like 400 grams of tofu yesterday. That's how I reached my 100 grams of protein on a 1200. No, it was, I think, 1250 or something like that.
I remember, like,
Oh, I feel like it's. I remember now what I started talking about. I feel like my blood sugar was spiking up and down. Feelings are great. Have you ever checked it? No, it's a carnivore trope.
I did have a lot of cravings for carbs, even though.
Where are you, Trent? Where the fuck are you? This is farmers, right? Farmers did this stupid shit to the world. Getting people into carnivore diets, right? This is your doing. This is Big Beef Chekhov. You paying them? They left. That's a shame. Were they named Trent last time? I don't remember them being called Trent. Maybe I should look for that live stream.
It was never for like.
I feel like they're gaslighting me about that as well. I feel like they changed their fucking name.
Really sugary things. Like I've never been a big candy person and stuff like that. But just for like things like cereal and bread and bagels, like things like that.
Lovely stuff, but also eat sensibly, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
And just to remind everybody, we did catch her on a lie. She did say that she couldn't keep her weight down. But then when she said like, oh, I've gone on a carnivore diet, I didn't want to lose weight. Wasn't looking to lose weight. She's fucking liar.
The reason I ask is because, yeah, a lot of vegans, they say that they have, well, they don't like to admit when they're vegan, or if they still are, that they have
Can't wait to hear that.
cravings for the meat itself.
I mean, people who are not eating enough protein their mind might go to craving meat because that's what it knows. That could happen. And then people gaslight themselves. You know what I have cravings for? Whatever the fuck I ate the day before. Yes, whatever the fuck I ate the day before was fucking delicious, including while cutting calories, 1 cube of chocolate. And that's what I want. I want the stuff that I ate yesterday. Because even though I'm cutting, I'm eating sensibly. I'm eating enough volume of food. And I'm not craving a goddamn thing. Well, this is some stupid mind reading. Maybe fucking fruitarians crave meat because they're not eating enough macronutrition. I want vegan ice cream. Same. Not really, actually. I do have shitload of... Here's the thing. I'm really good with stuff like that. When I start cutting calories, right? I still have the same food around that I already bought. I have cookies in my cupboard. I have chocolate I have ice cream in my freezer. I'm not gonna touch that shit because what I want more is to lose some weight. Right? I want it, but I don't crave it. But yeah, it's like, okay, you want vegan ice cream? Go for it. Like, you craving meat? Maybe it's because you're eating a stupid, shitty diet, man. But he's gonna extrapolate that to the rest of the population. He's incredibly biased against vegan, plant-based diets. Vegan protein powder, vegan protein bar. Oh, I do have like 2 vegan protein bars left. I'm not gonna touch them for a couple of months now.
But what's one of the reasons why there are so many substitutes for animal products on...
Nope, that's not the reason why. That's not the reason why at all. The manufacturers are doing that for you, dumbasses. You are not willing to adopt it. We are willing to eat it. We're like, fine. But actually, right, I wasn't fine with it. It took me like 4 years to try Beyond Meat. I didn't want it. I didn't need it. And then we were sitting in a restaurant where they were serving it, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. It was alright. There are better burgers. Vegan burgers, more meat-like. But I wasn't like, oh my god, I've been waiting for you all of my life. No. I crave the food that I usually eat because I eat a sensible diet.
the diet that they consume.
Yeah, after 45 years, fake meat gives me the ick. I used to have that ick as well. I never tried it. I didn't even eat tofu. I'm telling you, I was living on carbs. Man. It's now that I'm like woke protein eater. But yeah, I barely ever buy like meat substitutes. But also that's not why those exist. They don't exist because of cravings. We are not stupid appeal to nature fallacy people. We might want the flavor once in a while. That's not a craving. That's just like nostalgia, whatever. We know the difference between nostalgia and cravings. We don't crave flesh because we find it morally abhorrent and therefore disgusting.
Now, some vegans will say that you shouldn't consume those either because...
Actually, true. Some vegans do say that, and they're stupid.
They'll refer to it as processed vegan food, right? And so then you get that argument that...
Yeah, that's the problem with the health people, right? That's the problem with the health people. And there is like too many things under the vegan umbrella, which for the sake of argument, I'm willing to accept all of them. But then you can't just like put umbrella claims on top of that, right? You can't just do that. You can't just go, oh, vegans crave meat and therefore or whatever. Michael Greger vegans, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Conflict within the vegan space as well. There's a lot of that.
It's like as if we're not a monolith.
But I was curious because there's some people that they crave the animal-based food.
Maybe people who went plant-based with some kind of a oasis of perfect health, right? Maybe I'll give you those people. But I was literally gagging in the past. Less now, to be honest, right? I got used to it. was literally gagging in the past if I smelled meat. It reminded me of the gas chambers and the slaughterhouses. I had the visual picture in my head because for a while I was also editing a little bit of slaughterhouse footage. It gave me the mental image of animals having that life taken away from them unjustifiably. So every time I passed, there was like a meat restaurant near me, and I would smell the beef that they were cooking. I was gagging, still am. It's just still disgusting, but not to the same degree. So maybe the people who are on the fruitarian diet, because they look for the oasis of best health, maybe they crave meat. Sure as fuck I'm not. And the texture of that fat is absolutely disgusting.
Foods, like the actual animal foods, or they crave really, really bad junk, sugar-filled junk. And I mean, sometimes it's both too. They're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, people are some people have low conscientiousness, right? They have this memory of something tasting really good. And once in a while they want that. It's called nostalgia, it's not craving. Hey, what's up, David?
But that sort of gives us insight as to what your body is missing in many cases.
No, the fuck it doesn't. The fuck it doesn't. There is this thing. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. What is the name of disorder that makes people eat sponges? I think it's not specifically sponges, but there are people who want to eat objects. Pica. Yeah, pica. So there is this pica disorder. These people fucking crave to eat objects, inedible things, like sponges or like plastics, stuff like that. Does that mean they're missing it in their fucking bodies? I'm an ex-addict, right? I used to smoke. I used to drink alcohol every single day. And once in a while, I'm having one shitty day and I'm like, God, I wish I could have a drink. Am I craving alcohol because I miss ethanol in my body? What a dumb thing to say, Eddie. I called you a smart young man previously. And just to remind everybody again, where is the cravings one? Where is the cravings one? I think it's the same one. So carnivores have cravings,
I keep
right?
getting cravings at night.
Okay.
Bro.
You know what your body was actually craving and how long it was telling you that for however long one person may be vegan for or may have been vegan for. So referring back to,
I have a guy, Eddie, if you're listening, I have a guy in my chat who's been vegan for 45 years.
The story that you provided me for my book, you had mentioned that one of the ways in which you were introduced to the idea of veganism was through the ethical framework that was promoted, that's promoted by vegans.
How dare they trying to spare animals? How fucking dare they? No, it's two different things, Eddie. There is the ethical stance that cause people to go, oh my fucking God, what am I doing? And then they switch and they stay vegan. Unfortunately, not when they're children. Unfortunately, I do know a few ex-vegans who went vegan as children and didn't get enough support. And, you know, as a child, you're too much of a dumbass to actually reason through stuff, right? And as an adult, apparently, sometimes. And then there are the people who are promised good health and they go fruitarian or whatever, right?
And so I want to get your do you think that that was one of the reasons why you held on for so long on a vegan diet? Was the
Bullshit. Come on, man.
was the sort of ethical standpoint by which it's promoted, or do you think it was more than just that, you know, feeling like this definitely was a very healthy way of
Man, her skin is shit in this as well. So she's definitely lying to herself. Or to us, I don't know which one.
eating? I need to stick with it even more to make sure that to wait it out and see if I get healthier, you know, something like that?
It was all of those things. First of all, I think
But you didn't think of taking a supplement and going to a dietitian? Registered dietitian? Didn't think of doing that? No, you went for the stupid permutations of a quasi plant-based diet.
I set myself up, like when I became vegan, I was at a very vulnerable point in my preteen years. And I was at a point where I was starting to worry about things like, you know, to sum it up briefly, like diet culture, body image, whatnot.
What does this have to do with animal ethics?
So when I did find veganism, I was immediately indoctrinated into believing like this is what'll keep you fit and lean.
You see? She's not talking about animals. She's not answering, she's saying, yeah, it was all of those things. Oh no, I went vegan because I was worried about my body image, and I was told that veganism is supposed to keep me fit. Where the fuck are the animals? Well, maybe she'll mention them in a second, but holy shit. Remember, what's her name? Raw Alignment, I think it was, or what was her name? No, it wasn't Raw Alignment, it was the other one, the blonde. Fuck me, can somebody say? When in the previous videos, somebody was asking her about animals and she was answering with, oh yeah, I feel fantastic on this diet. No, it wasn't Rovana. It was the blonde one who's maybe a carnivore now, I don't know what, who had a boyfriend who gaslit people to fucking into the carnivore diet. Fuck, what's her name? Doesn't matter. Yeah, it was Raw Alignment, okay. So, when she went, oh guys, I'm not vegan anymore, people found clips on other channels where she was asked, yeah, what do you think about the animals? And she's like, yeah, I feel fantastic on this diet. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember shit like that. Right, I don't remember brain rot trend, so I'm sorry I don't remember you that much.
And make you happy. So, you know, all of that. Mm-hmm. So first of all, there was that. Second of all, I did always love animals. I literally wanted to be a vet when I was a
really shows that you love animals. Now you slaughter the most amount of them.
Child. So that
it was Raw Alignment, Alice, yeah. Do you remember that, VG? That clip? Where there's some vegan next to her is talking about the animals, and she's like, yeah, I feel fantastic on this diet. I feel really healthy. I feel really good.
That also was a part of it. And then there is the health aspect. The health.
Well, I smell bullshit. Oh, I always loved animals. I wanted to be veterinarian, but I also wanted to be fit and healthy.
That aspect, I think, was what made me hold on for so long. And I would watch all of the documentaries. I read.
So the wanting to be healthy, what made her hold on, not the animals. Fuck the animals, in fact. Let me eat the animal muscle.
The book, The China Study, when I was vegan, and actually in my book, I refer to it as my vegan Bible because I read it and I.
So it is the health. So she went plant-based. And then she was like, oh, on top of that, animals. I always loved animals. I always wanted to be a veterinarian. It doesn't sound like they were the motivating factor if the China Study was your Bible. What the fuck does that even mean? The China Study was my Bible. What the fuck does that mean? The China study doesn't prescribe a diet. It doesn't even prescribe a vegan diet. It shows how plant predominant diets beneficial for some health outcome data.
I just ran with it. I thought that it
I don't remember that clip, but I remember her being super annoying. Yeah.
I thought that it proved that meat and
I hate this. I watched all of the documentary race rhetoric. Yeah, for real. I watched Game Changers, and so I went vegan for the animals. Game Changers is not about the animals.
dairy were the cause of chronic diseases. And I really truly believed.
I mean, that's nuance, but it does increase your risk of chronic disease to consume certain animal products above the recommended dose. You could have, right, nuance. You could have an omnivorous diet that is so heavy in fruit and veg, and also you exercise, you move around, you're not sedentary, you have a standing desk. Maybe standing there. No, I'm just joking. I just love going back when people think maybe I'm sitting. Right? You could have an omnivorous diet that is as healthy and maybe even healthier than certain plant-based, certain Mediterranean diets. When you lack nuance and when you refuse to get medicine for your definitely genetic disease,
that if I did go back to eating meat and dairy, I would be setting myself up to get heart disease, cancer, diabetes, all.
You say that as a 31-year-old woman, I think. No, she said she's 27. She's 29. You say that after spending a while with the gaslighting carnivore doctors. Grifters. But yeah, increased consumption of saturated fat does increase your risk of cardiovascular disease. This is basically set in stone at this point. Nothing can change this science. The amount of evidence behind that claim, both mechanistic, well, the evidence isn't mechanistic, it's post hoc mechanism. The amount of health outcome data we have is enormous. Frank Tufano and Bart K. I'm sold, yeah.
All of those things, even though especially diabetes doesn't make sense, but.
So diabetes, there is, I think, a small increased risk while eating red meat, from red meat, increasing the risk of diabetes. But diabetes is multifactorial, and it is especially, there are some people who are incredibly genetically unlucky who can get diabetes while being relatively thin, or at least not obese. But most of the time, the thing that causes diabetes is genetics plus obesity. I know, because I have it in my family. I'm the only person who's not very overweight in my family, and I'm the only person who doesn't have diabetes. It's definitely genetic. But, like, there is like, oh, I thought that this true thing was true. It still is. You changing your diet, you listening to grifters doesn't change that. But there is nuance there, right? You can't just say, oh, animal products are going to cause diabetes. No, that's not how it works. Overconsumption of any calories plus genetics will cause diabetes. And there are a few other risk factor increases, like red meat being in itself maybe increasing the risk of diabetes. Probably slightly, probably incredibly slightly.
I really believe that. And so that was why when I did get ulcerative colitis, it was like a punch in the stomach, because
It's genetic. It's a genetic disease. But she doesn't want to know that.
I thought I was doing everything right. My doctors even told me that meat and dairy aggravate colitis, which was not helpful at all. So it really did make me just.
Are we vegan on vegan fighting, Dinkono? Or I'm not sure. I don't remember if you're vegan or not. Should I intervene?
Double down. So it was all of those things. I think especially though, looking back, the health aspect is what really kept me on track because I really.
Yeah, no shit. It wasn't the animals. So you weren't as invested to fix whatever the fuck was wrong with you, and you were always gonna get the ulcerative colitis, I'm sorry to say.
Did believe I was doing what was best.
It's like, fuck me. Some people are genetically unlucky. And we can say that we're genetically unlucky because we survived childhood. If I was born 100 years earlier, I would not survive childhood. That's how genetically fucked up I am. I bet all three of us are just like that. Eddie has, I don't remember which chronic disease he has. Maybe he'll tell us here, but he does have a chronic disease. Josie has a chronic disease, genetic disease. We would not survive childhood. But now we do because we're in the modern days when we're given vaccines and generally speaking, there is medicine that lowers if we have fever, right? Lowers the fever. There's antibiotics that kill bacteria, harmful bacteria. There's a bunch of stuff. But then, right, when we reach the ripe age of, I don't know, 18, 19, 21, 22, all the things that would have been spared because we were weak children and would have died in childhood, all of those diseases have now time to manifest. But you're always going to get ulcerative colitis, always. You can't escape that. Vegans can't escape that. Omnivores can't escape that. Carnivores can't escape that. Josie, I'm sorry to say. See you in a little bit when you get another flare-up. And then you move on to another thing. Hopefully, you take some medicine when that happens. Jesus Christ, man.
Best for my health until my body physically showed me that I wasn't.
Right.
Here is, yeah. That's why I have an issue with people just saying the word healthy without telling us what they mean by it. And this is why I have a special definition of what healthy means, right? Genetics is the baseline, right? So we have genetic predisposition to a bunch of health issues, right? Some people are incredibly lucky and they have none of that and they live to 100 or whatever the fuck and they're just like healthy the entire time. Others people are not like that, right? I'm not like that. So there's the genetic baseline, and whatever else you do in life contributes to either increasing your health risks to whatever disease you were gonna get, or reducing those, right? So that's how I define health, right? When it comes, because we talk about the diet, because we're constantly talking about the diet, there's baseline of how, like, I understand there is an issue with that, right? Because I can't say, well, if I lived in a vacuum with all the best stuff, right, like best decisions made for me or something like that. What YouTube link? What are you talking about? And no, I'm doing something else right now, but also I don't know what YouTube links. So, Trent, we already fucking debated you. What else do you want? You want to show me how a harvester doesn't cast close to the floor? Debate. Is there a semantic debate in the chat? Probably, yeah. Okay, what the fuck was I before I was so rudely interrupted with someone who doesn't know how YouTube works? Oh yeah, so if we could imagine two possible worlds. In world A, it is known what you can do to mitigate your genetics the best as possible, and you have the entire life, right? All the decisions that are made for you and all the decisions that you make are the best ones for the genetics that you have. That's what I consider baseline, right? And then you have the real world, world B, where your parents made shitty decisions for you, you made shitty decisions for yourself, and there is our environment definitely allows us to make those shitty decisions, right? Like smoking is legal and available, drinking is legal and available for me from a very young age. Shitty food is fucking everywhere, right? And on top of that, we just don't know what our genetics are necessarily, right? Until something blows the fuck up. More often than not, we cannot prevent those things, and we don't know how to mitigate those things, right? That's the real world. And that's how I define health. You have all the confounders compared to baseline, and that includes all the detrimental things that you did in your life, they set you back, right? And all the beneficial things that you did in your life that increased your delay to sickness or whatever, right? That's how I define it. But we should probably stop here. It's been an interesting day. It's been an interesting stream, I think. We're gonna continue next week. We are getting proper education from Eddie here on how to be a hypocrite and how to know how to troubleshoot all of those issues on a carnivore diet, but not even bothering on a vegan diet because of a huge amount of bias. Yeah. All right. Everybody hit like on your way out. I know everybody is subscribed, so I'm not going to ask you to do that. Share it somewhere if you think this is interesting to anybody. Let me know if this is enjoyable. Thank you, vegan gays. Thank you, Twisted. I appreciate. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, guys. See you next week. Ha ha ha.